Hello. I recorded something last night, but I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to release it. But I was still feeling some things, and I've been seeing the number 666 a bit, and it really stood out to me because I've been noticing so many darker aspects coming out about, the new age and spirituality and and a lot of people are afraid of the number 666 because it's supposed to represent the devil. And there's also from my vantage point at my current perception of reality, I suppose, it feels like this dualistic shadow and light. It's funny, as I'm saying that, I'm brewing an espresso, and the bottom is super dark and the top has all this foam, and it looks so light and airy. And that's exactly there's the dense and the shadowy aspects to things, and then there's the light side. And for me, the sixes really encapsulate that, because Lucifer actually, I believe, translates into the meaning of light, like light bearer, the bringer of light. So to go into the light, right, generally we have to sift through the heaviness and the dark aspects and the void space, and it can feel really scary. And me included, the last few days I've really been going through another period of questioning how I'm showing up, and if what I speak about is really the highest truth for myself. And I always sit in that moment of when I feel something to express, that my intention is from the highest truth. But sometimes we go through these review periods, or we can, and check in to make sure that we're still kind of in that highest truth, doing the best we can thing. And I'm realizing that's the best we can do. I don't want to, I held back for so long from expressing myself, and now that I'm doing that, it feels really good. And I think offering the spaces for people to have these discussions, and try and listen to each other, even if we have opposing views. And in the recording I did last night, I was talking about that, how having these discussions with people in opposition. And the last few days I've really been watching content from perspectives that are kind of maybe not my normal go-to, and just trying to expand my perception. And it did kind of get me in my head a bit, questioning my own self. But I don't know that that's such a bad thing. I mean, it felt a little heavy, and I felt a bit ungrounded, and just I don't know, maybe disillusioned. And now I'm trying to utilize that as some sort of fuel to open up these dialogues, because clearly there's so much going on right now with change, and also simultaneously stagnation. A lot of people feel stuck and just trapped, and all these false promises, especially in the New Age community, with there's always something coming, but it's never here. And I get that, it's the Messiah complex. And I think it's really important to address these things. So I want to keep talking about this. And I might release what I recorded last night, because it does kind of weave into this. And this is just a quick one. I just wanted to bring it up because I know a couple personal people in my life, as well as throughout the collective, and more on a broader scale. I feel potentially some people are really feeling lack of hope, confusion. There's so much confusion, and I've been just sort of going back to Keylontic science and a little bit of anthropology and theosophy, just to like, for me, it really helps to confirm some of my own inner feelings and inner experiences and knowings, and give like a verbiage and some sort of like, I suppose, structure to that feeling. And there's a lot of talk right now about like AI and everything being artificial and not real, and no one knows what's real. Like, I get it, and I get it. Like, even, you know, people are saying the sun is artificial, and I've gone through the rabbit holes of the moon being artificial, and like there's so many ways and perspectives to view our reality. So I feel like it's not right now about like, I mean, sure, do we all want to know? Yeah, but I think right now it's really about just like doing what's best for you, and, you know, discerning your own connection and what feels right to you in the moment, and not being afraid to like, you know, shift that perspective if you find that something really speaks to you. You know, listening to each other, listening to yourself, and like, yeah, that's what's been kind of helping me. And like talking to each other, like I feel like we really need each other right now, like, and not like, I don't mean like forcing your beliefs on someone or like preaching. I just mean, you know, you never know who could just use like an ear or something, a smile, something simple, kind gestures. And there's something also about like wanting to create change and wanting to feel purpose. And I feel like a lot of us who have been in that like mindset sometimes forget how these like seemingly simple things can actually evoke change and ripple out over time, or even maybe sooner than we think. So I'm not saying to like give up on your big dreams and your big hopes. That's not what I'm saying at all. But like, you know, doing one thing today that helps put that in motion, you know, that's one step towards something. And you may not know where it's going to lead. It may not be what you expect in the end. But yeah, I don't know. Just in case anyone needed to hear something today, I just decided to just show up and see what wanted to come through. All right, well, thank you for listening, and feel free to comment